19 million people. 19 million. That's how many people have played Battlefield 1 since its launch back in October 2016. That number dwarfs many countries' populations who fought in the war that Battlefield 1 depicts. It's quite an incredible number. But what does that mean for the game and the future of the franchise? Make sure you've got notifications turned on for my channel. I'll be bringing you more and more Battlefield 1 news as it drops. We're getting closer and closer to EA Play. That new night map as well, being tested in the CTE, is due an update very, very soon. Click the bell icon and you'll get a notification every single time I upload on this channel. So those 19 million players of Battlefield 1, what does that actually mean for the game? Well, we're looking at an average peak player count of around 200 to 210,000 every single day at the moment. And many more players are jumping in and playing every day as well. People go online and come offline at the same time. So that 210,000 figure only shows a snapshot of the total people playing at any one time. Of course, this is a far cry from the some 850,000 that we had playing at one time on the launch day, but with any title, the player base will always decrease over time. There is a rumour floating around that roughly 6 million people who bought Battlefield 1 are logging in to play every month, and that is a huge number if it's accurate. This game is still very much alive and kicking despite what the YouTube comments might say, and as a guidance point, that number, 19 million, is 50% higher than what Battlefield 4 achieved during an equivalent time frame. That shows you just how much attention Battlefield 1 got. Beyond those 19 million players who bought this game, EA has now confirmed that the next Battlefield experience has been locked in for 2018-2019 financial year. Lots of people read the shortened FY19 on news articles and went nuts thinking the game had been pushed to 2019, but that's not the case. FY19 is just shortened from financial year 2018 to 2019. So it looks as if we're all set for an October 2018 release for the next Battlefield game. And if we look at Battlefield 1 for an example of a reveal and release schedule, we'll start to see the marketing chain pick up around March 2018, so less than a year now, a reveal in April or May time, a gameplay reveal in June at EA Play 2018, I think that's pretty obvious now, and then a release in October 2018. The only recent title to buck that trend was Hardline, which would have released in the October timeframe but got pushed to March the following year. We still of course have no idea what the next Battlefield experience is going to be, but for sure it will have a focus around competitive gaming. And when I say competitive gaming, I'm not just talking about organised tournaments and esports as such, but I'm also talking about something similar to what a lot of other FPS games are doing nowadays: competitive matchmaking. Andrew Wilson, EA CEO, during the earnings call mentioned that they are looking to unlock that competitive spirit within the Battlefield community in the future, and the first Battlefield 1 competition will be launching later this year. That to me sounds like EA want to include a feature within Battlefield 1 for you to jump into more competitive rounds than your standard multiplayer experience, where you might be able to rank up a ladder system and compete on leaderboards showing the best players. Hardline did this, although it was locked into DLC, so most of the player base never saw the feature arrive. Now, some of you might groan at the thought of competitive within Battlefield, but I do think it has potential. It's really dependent on how EA drive it, whether they can strike up an interest in what they create, and whether the community is willing to support the system long term. You can only make a competitive environment work when players are willing to put the time and effort into your game. It'd be interesting to know what you think of Battlefield and competitive, whether you're for or against it, and definitely give me some of your reasons down below in the comments section. Maybe interact with some other people as well and have a discussion. But until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.